Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Libby_Z, and if you don't say the underscore, then the whole thing don't matter. If you are a subscriber, you know what it is. If you're new, welcome to my channel, honey. Guys, I have not done a sit-down video in a lifetime. It truly feels like a lifetime, and I did that for that specific purpose. Since the last time I did a lifetime update, I think it was 2 years back, and I've grown since then, obviously, and I have new subscribers, and I just want people acquainted with who I am right now, and of course give a little bit of background and then talk about sections that we are going to be talking about today. I'm so happy that you were able to join me. I hope this is going to be a fruitful conversation, not just me updating you about my life, but also just generally sharing best practice with people that might be going through similar things or had gone through similar things, and I wanted to get a little bit of perspective and get a little bit into how I'm feeling and how I want you guys to be a part of this story. So yeah, it's the year 2026. Like I said, I haven't done a sit-down video since 2022. I think it was either 2022 or early 2023. So a lot has happened since then. I have become a mother, my most precious title. I'm a mother to one beautiful boy. His name is Luyaka, but I call him Nino, and a lot of people call him Nino. That's his nickname. And yeah, he has just taught me how to be selfless. My son has been an integral part of my growth, and the reason why I wanted to adjust a lot of how I do things and how I see the world, because he's going to be learning all of that from me, and of course his father. But ultimately, when I speak about me, he's going to learn that from his parents. He's going to learn confidence, he's going to learn contentment, he's going to learn how to interact with the world, and that's going to be all through my lens. And one important thing that I want to say about that is that I'm not doing this alone. The main thing that I want to do with my son is pray over him, ensure that we are guided by God on how to lead him and how to help him grow and how to guide him and develop him, because in that same breath we are also growing as parents. We also don't know much about the world in the way that we are introducing him to it, because it's 2026. We were born back in the 90s, honey. Things were different, and of course we learned some things. There are some things we've had to unlearn in order for us to be a better version of ourselves, and that's what I want to be able to pass on down to him. So it started off a bit hectic, but that's generally how I feel about motherhood. I feel like, having been a mother for almost 2 years now, because he's turning 2 in 6 months, 6 or 5 months, I've learned a lot about me. I've learned a lot about taking care of someone else, even on days where you don't feel good, even on days where you feel lost, even on days like you feel like the world is caving in on you, but you still want to show up for that little person. And so I've learned resilience, I've learned prayer, I've learned a lot about, selfless love and unconditional love, and it's been a journey that I cherish so much. When I updated you guys, I was basically in a soft launching of my relationship phase. So I am still with my partner, and we've been together now for almost 4 years. What a journey it's been. It's got its ups and downs. It's been filled with so much love and care and dedication, but also, a big thing that I've learned about growing alongside someone is that you're never going to stop learning, whether it's about you, whether it's about them, and also the art of evolving. I think a lot of us don't talk about that. When you are in a relationship, you can feel stuck because you are ultimately not evolving, and you need to learn how to evolve. or at least be open to that idea and embrace it at the end of the day. Who I am today is not generally who I will be tomorrow. It's not who I'll be next year. And so with that, my partner needs to learn how to love me in each and every stage of my life, and I the same with him. And thinking about it makes me somewhat anxious, because in introspection, in times where I'm alone, I've realized that there are some really hectic triggers that I have. There are really hectic traumas that I have surrounding romantic relationships. And a huge part of that was me and how I used to take relationships in the past. I used to stick around even when I did not want to. I used to either want to retaliate against, any sort of infidelity against me, or I would want to just, get lost in it. I would just get lost in it. Now I don't feel like that anymore. I don't do that anymore. I've got different priorities. I've got different views on how relationships should be. And I've also repented from anything that I've done in the past, because it does not feed my future. And with that said, there's just a lot of things that people tend to want to cage you in. You meet people from your past and they're like, yo, you used to be this and this and this and that. And in my head, I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And that's okay. They know a version of me that was not there yet. They know a version of me that was not developed. And some people, which you have to be cautious about and very careful about, they can keep you in a loop. People can keep you in a loop of sadness, a loop of grief, a loop of hurt, a loop of inadequacy, a loop like terrible things, and that's not always the case. I'm not saying that everyone who reminds you of your past is there to sort of set you back, but there are certain people that enjoy that part of you because it's literally what keeps you underdeveloped. It keeps you in a space where they feel comfort, not necessarily that they care that you grow or not. And those are the things I've also come to realize and to understand. And I'm very cautious around my safe space. I'm protective of my safe space. I've trusted God with a lot of growth. I've trusted God with a lot of decisions, and I protect that a lot. I think another great part of having been in an introspective mode over the past couple of years is also realizing that at some point, my behavior, the way that I saw the world, the way that I carried myself, was an element. It was like it was like that. I used to see things and I used to say, now I'm older, I'm gonna get whoever I want, or I'm gonna leave this because I don't want it anymore, whether it was romantic relationships or just generally or whatever. But my interpersonal relationships, some of them were really not healthy, and I'm not saying that the other person was toxic. I had toxic traits as well, and those are things that I've had to come face to face with, where no one really prepares you for that. Coming face to face with who you are, coming face to face, and challenging yourself and looking at all of these things that might not potentially give you a future. It's hard. It's just one of those things that are very, very uncomfortable, and you have to just sort of understand that this is part of the process. And I've gotten a little bit better on understanding myself in those times and forgiving myself, because forgiveness, especially of self, is where things get a little bit crazy. You want to forgive yourself, you want to let go of the past, and you want to remind yourself there's more out there for you, but it's just so difficult extending a hand of grace towards yourself. I don't know why it is. And I've had to constantly remind myself that, girl, you are not that person anymore. You're not that person. You don't take advantage of people anymore. You don't overextend yourself anymore. I think what has been a huge realization in the way that I carried myself before was that I used to overextend myself so greatly, and I would never see that about to choose themselves, and they choose themselves intentionally, where I'm trying to make sure that my friendship is staying afloat, or my relationship is staying afloat, or any interpersonal relationships that I held very closely. I overextended myself so greatly. I would often see myself not even recognizing me and what I want and how I want my future to look like. And at times I would compromise even the smallest things, that mean a lot to me, just so that I ensure that the next person is good. And it has been a waste of time. It's been a waste of time, but I have learned a lot during that time, or about that time. So this conversation is not to obviously dampen any mood or show a side of me that I'm fully enlightened and that I know everything and I'm fully developed and I'm some sort of guru when it comes to learning from the past, but it has definitely taught me some lessons that I hope to share in future. So you would have to subscribe to figure out what that is. And I'm trying to be, like, if we look at where I am right now and what I'm trying to achieve, I'm trying to be very intentional about my motherhood, because I'm raising a boy child, and raising a boy child for me comes with a lot of responsibility. Raising a boy child means you need to teach this person how to be a good, upstanding citizen of the country, of the world, and how to be compassionate, how to be content, how to love freely, and not be caged in by consequences. Because a lot of what I've witnessed in the boy child's transitions in life in different phases is that they are taught toughness very early, and that toughness is hard to break down. That toughness is so tough to navigate, where they don't feel like there's a way out, and there's a vulnerability in a person that is natural. And they also deserve to know that, and they also need to know that from an early stage. And that's something that we are intentional about. Dr. Ikali doesn't apply in this household. Like, I don't want to do that. You have to have a sensitivity to izinto in order for you to just realize when things are not right, to differentiate in often, like most cases, what is right and what is wrong, and be vulnerable, man. Be vulnerable, because your vulnerability and how much of you expose to the next person, especially if you're in a relationship with them or something deep. You want to believe that this person is honest with you. You want to be able to share parts of you with the person. There's nothing wrong with being a vulnerable man. I think you are becoming more human. You are human when you do that. And so it means in your guys in the right, but I'm not gonna delve right into it, because that's just how I hope and pray and seek guidance from God to assist me with showing my son that vulnerability is not to be used as a weapon from other people. It can be a good thing. In fact, it is a good thing. So if we look at my career, I have come a very long way. I am a travel consultant right now, a job that I love so much. I enjoy it. I enjoy the company I work with. I enjoy the industry. I enjoy the interactions that I have within the space, and I'm really, really looking forward to how it will transition into something even greater. I'm seeing how, at a point where I felt disconnected from motherhood, and a time where I felt disconnected from a lot of things. I've missed out on some really huge milestones in my family, and Izindo, where I just didn't have available time. They couldn't have access to me like that. And when I prayed to God, I was like, Lord, please, please, please give me a work from home job, and one that I love and enjoy. I feed guys off a healthy environment. Like, a healthy working environment does a lot for me. It heals me. It makes wanting to go to work much more, exciting. So it took a lot. I did a lot in order for me to spiritually connect with that and to make my requests known to God. And when I did, I finally got what I wanted last year in September. I've shared this on my vlogs, so you might want to go check that out. But it's been a really good journey. I've been with the company now for 5 months, and I love it so much. I love the people, I love my superiors, I love my direct colleagues, and everyone is just really authentic from what I can tell, and it works out for me. We've gelled from day one. I'm also a content creator, as you guys can see, which has been a huge challenge for me, I will not lie. There's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of personalities. A lot of great people are doing great things in the content creation space. And what I am angry about, and this is anger at myself, is that I've taken so long to finally get the confidence to be like, I'm going to go in head first with this whole thing. And I've had the potential. I'm a very creative person. I just also felt like maybe I wasn't in the right body build. Maybe I wasn't pretty enough. I've got flaws, I've got this and that, and I've had to sit myself down and say, girl, there's an audience out there for everyone. You just need to share parts of you that you're truly passionate about, things that come easy to you, and all of the other things will fall into place. I've been on YouTube for a couple of years now. I haven't even reached 1,000 subscribers, and that sometimes is an ouch moment. But I was like, are you being intentional though about this whole thing? Are you giving it your all? Are you truly, truly dedicated to it? And because it's a dream of mine, and because it's a passion that I've never been able to let go, of, I'm just really sad at the fact that God is still trying to implant this thought in me, and I'm not taking it on. And so 2026 for me, you guys are about to get tired of me. But in a good way, because this is what I'm starting to be intentional about, sitting down on my channel, talking about growth and development, talking about personal growth is something that I'm very passionate about. I feel like us sharing our stories makes other people realize that they're not alone in situations, but also that if you have been in a situation and have gotten out of it while people are also feeling stuck out there, they could literally be healed by listening to you and watching you and seeing how you've developed and seeing how you see the world, and implement some of those things that could help them do the same thing. So I am going to be doing a lot more short form, and because over the years I think I've just focused very heavily on YouTube, when I do, not like I've been hardcore posting every week, but I have gotten a much more greater understanding of the business of social media and the business of content creation, and it's shown me another way of how I can use my creativity to set myself up for success. So I'm using the right tools and doing all of that. So I'm so grateful that I've taken all of these things to God, and I've allowed Him to show me perspective and to help me through it. Wow. Another great thing that I want to do with my life right now is to be more intentional about my family. I have, like I said, my career, like the jobs that I was doing before, or the jobs that I was part of before, did not allow me to be involved in the evolution of my family wouldn't allow me to go to my family funerals. It didn't allow me in most instances, because I live in Cape Town. I don't have family here. My only family, like my mom, my direct, sort of family is in Monty, in East London. And going there and going to further that, be as Lalin and Kanduli takes a lot. I have to fly there. I have to be able to get leave to take a couple of days off. And so with the jobs that I was doing, that was not possible. I was not going to be able to do all of that. And so I've realized, like, in the past couple of months, that our parents, my cousins, my aunts, they're growing, they are developing, they are changing, and I'm not part of that intentionally, and it's up to me. And I'm not saying that they're not trying, and I'm not saying that it's something that I'm going to really fully immerse myself in, but to learn how to get in touch with my nieces. I've got a lot of nieces and nephews. I want to be intentional about them knowing me and them knowing that I'm part of their family, and just nurturing that part of me, because family is very important. I know that we don't see family the same way, and for me, I can't hate on my family. My family has been really loving towards me. There are differences, but we all embrace each other, and with growth and with all those sorts of things and changes that are happening, I want to be part of their lives, and being part of their lives intentionally is something that I want to start pursuing a lot more than I would have had the opportunity to do in the past. So this life update, I don't really want it to be long, but I wanted to come on here to make sure that I share a bit of me that I would normally probably omit from vlogs, because they, I'm showing you content, I'm showing you part of what I'm doing, my activity and everything. Sometimes sitting down and have the conversation, I just feel like I don't do a lot of. But even with that, I'm doing one or three phases, and I'm not sitting down and sort of putting it all into one picture. And that's why I wanted to sit down and share some of that with you. So what is next for me? What's coming up? I am obviously working on all of these things, but I also do have a business that I want to start. That's number one, but I'm not going to share a lot about that. It's just to let you in on what is next for Hlubi_Z. I also am, obviously, like I said, being more intentional about my social media career and making sure that that kicks off quite swiftly. I'm also looking at, some personal growth chats on my channel. It's not going to be like a podcast or anything, but just having episodes and episodes of sharing life hacks. Not that I know what a life hack is. I don't even think that there is a hack to life, but sharing my story with people and ensuring that I just build a community of people who want to do better than they did yesterday. Honestly, sometimes you just want to do that. You just want to be better than you were yesterday. You want to be better. You want to be better in how you think. You want to be better in how you see the world. You want to be better in how you present yourself to the world. Because I've seen that what we don't realize is that the way that we show up in the world is how other people receive us. We do get misinterpreted. We do get misappropriated. We do get misunderstood. But ultimately, it's up to you to narrate that story. Your story is yours to tell, and you are automatically sometimes going to be the villain in someone else's story. But it does not mean that you're not a good person. It does not mean that you haven't tried your best. And people tend to run away from that because they want to have this disguise of, I'm doing okay, I am okay. So I'm trying to move into a space where I share my story, and you realize that a lot of the wins that we share on social media can amount to a lot of pressure. People share buying cars, buying homes, being young and being millionaires, and sharing how much money they have, and all of these things, which are good things. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there's also something good in realizing that you are exactly where you need to be in order to get to the next step or next phase of your life. And I want to start being that encouragement. I've been that encouragement to my friends. I've been, in conversations where people are just like, why aren't you sharing this? Why aren't you being this person with the world? Why aren't you sharing your light? And it's some things where I'll just brush it off and be like, but I get a lot of people that come to me for advice. I get a lot of people that come and share their stories with me, and they really want my opinion and they want to hear from me. And I'm not saying I'm some sort of psychologist or whatever, but I think I'm good at listening, and I know how to pray through things. I know how to apply my mind into how I see things, into how I dissect situations, and I want to be able to share that with my community. So I want to do a lot more than I have. I want to be kinder to myself. I want to be more give more effort to pouring into me. That's what I want to do. I'm looking at doing a lot of solo dates. I want to do a lot of solo vacations. I'm not sure how it's going to happen or whatever, but I'm not running away from anything. Please, guys, solo dates, solo vacations are all about pouring into you and connecting with that part of you that's going to make you a better person tomorrow. So I just really want to be more intentional about that, because I feel like for the past couple of years I've let my life sort of pass by and I haven't really looked into how I can show up for myself. And I want to start doing that. It's something that is in my heart. I've been praying over it. I've meditated over it. I've read the word over it. Like, I really want to be able to show up for myself. And so when you do that, you know that you will ultimately be so effortless at sharing yourself with the world and with anyone that you love, So yeah, I just really felt like that's really it for my conversation. I don't really want to dwell a lot on every single thing all at once. Like I said, I do want to have these discussions as time goes by and see how to better structure it. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you for getting a glimpse into, or taking in a glimpse into my life, and how I'm feeling and how far I've come. I'm going to start sharing a lot more sit down content. I'm going to start sharing a lot more openness in my vlogs, and seeing how that will help me. I've tried to show up authentically, but I haven't fully let you in, and this is the time where I feel like I will. Of course, there are parts of my life where it will remain private, because to protect just the sacredness of that situation or certain things or certain conversations. But there are things that I feel like I will still go to God about, like that I'm able to share on this platform. So thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new here, I hope you stay. I hope you enjoy, and I hope that we can all learn from each other. Please drop your comments. Tell me what you would love to see. Tell me what topics you would like to cover as well in all of these sessions that I'm trying to put together, and I'll be more than happy to visit how I can go about doing that. I would love for you to also follow me on my other social media. On TikTok, I am at the Hlumi_Z, and I am Hlumi_Z on Instagram as well. So enough yapping, let me move on. I'm gonna say goodbye, and I hope I see you guys in my next video.